My hair got burned off by a professional hairdresser, and this is my hair recovery journey. Episode 3. The other 2 videos are going to be linked or pinned down below. So I went to see a hair doctor at a hair transplant clinic, and it's called Medical Hair. Dr. Gaston Forza, or Forza, it's Italian. He's very, very well known, but not only in the local celebrity sphere, he's also widely recognized by his peers. In fact, I ended up visiting him because a very, very close family member who happens to be a doctor, as most of my family actually, highly recommended him to me. So clearly, after the entire hair nightmare, this certainly seemed like something I had to do, especially after having my hair chemically burnt off and being told you're going to be completely bald by a professional hairdresser. But on top of that, alopecia also runs in my family, and I have had a few minor episodes of alopecia areata since I was about 6 years old. That is about the age and the first time that my mom noticed this on my hair while she was brushing my hair. So as you can see, that gave me an additional reason, very important medical reason, to consult with him. I was very concerned if this experience, if the bleach burning my hair could have kind of damaged my scalp in some way, somewhere, or cause or trigger more alopecia areata episodes. So basically what alopecia areata is different from alopecia, which is kind of a generalized hair loss. This one is in small areas. A sudden autoimmune patchy hair loss. What you see is a circular bald patch that's usually very small, and it's due to the fact that the immune system attacks the hair follicles. That's why it's autoimmune. It's usually triggered by stress, but the good news is that it usually resolves by itself within a couple of months. And I'm very fortunate that I have like really small ones that usually resolve on their own. So it has never been something serious for me, but it has been something that, has been on my mind. One of the many things that gave me anxiety after this episode was the possibility of this triggering that on me, because I already had a really small one that had not resolved on its own. This is an autoimmune condition and it has nothing to do with anything that happened at the salon. It was just something additional, but I thought it was important to mention this. This hair doctor is not just any doctor. He has the most important hair transplant clinic in South America for sure, and right now literally people from all over the world come here. Prices in Argentina right now make it a very good destination for what we call like beauty or cosmetic procedure tourism. It's basically a perfect time to do some sightseeing. The city is beautiful, the country is beautiful as well, and right now if you have a good income in US dollars or euros, it's just going to be super cheap for you. Anyways, I went to see him and I show him basically what happened to me, the current state of my hair, and the breakage all over here. And I also mentioned this very small alopecia areata that I have experienced a little bit of hair loss like a year before this whole thing at the salon happened. I took the opportunity to do that as well, and honestly, you guys, you have no idea how relieved I feel, because even though emotionally I've had the support of literally every single person I know just being there for me. Some of you even offered to send me products to help me out in any way. So I've been emotionally very supported, but still very lonely as far as the whole situation, like medically, and also I didn't have anyone to lean on to ask questions about this and what this meant for my hair moving forward and all those things. We would think that a hair transplant clinic is basically for a man, but the doctor told me that actually has seen and helped tons of women, many of which had chemical burns from bleach, chemical hair straightening, and things like that. And of course, the protocol in these cases is not a hair transplant, but they do have a bunch of other treatments that he suggested for me, that it's like scalp therapy, a scalp treatment, basically going to support hair growth moving forward. It's tackling the scalp from different areas and basically nurturing it so that it is fertile soil for new, healthy, shiny hair to come out, which is exactly what I wanted. And if it can in some way support hair growth and speed up these recovery process, well, that would be great. So he gave me a bunch of things and I'm going to show you. So he gave me like hair vitamins. Like I said, I come from a family of doctors. I don't feel in any way, shape or form able to recommend something that is prescribed to you by a doctor, but I can tell you the contents of these. It basically contains zinc, pantothenic acid, vitamin B3, vitamin B2, vitamin B6, and biotin. And I think we've all heard that biotin is really, really good for the hair. He also gave me this anti-aging shampoo, which basically has different things that stimulate hair growth, including a plant that is called nettle. I had to look this up because I did not know how to say this in English, which is from a group of flowering plants known for their stinging hairs that can cause a rash or an itching upon contact. So of course this is going to be mild, but is going to help to stimulate the hair growth. And it has panthenol and a few other things that are considered anti-aging. So he basically told me this cannot be used if your scalp is like already irritated or hurt in any way, which is not my case. Just switch it up. Don't just use this one. Use your regular shampoos as well. And then he also prescribed to me minoxidil, 2% approved for women. As you know, there's like different concentrations of minoxidil. Men use 5% and we use 2. I've already started using it. And basically you do like 3 lines. You do 1 in the center and then 1 on each side, and then massage with the tip of your fingers. The minimum amount of time that minoxidil needs to be on the hair is at least 4 hours before you wash it off. And he said, you know, do the best you can because your hair may not look amazing, especially at the roots, because of the product. Once again, please don't do anything without consulting your doctor. Feel free to have mine if you want. So these are kind of the take-home treatment. But then what he also suggested we do is something we call here mesotherapy. That different of a word. In English, it's called mesotherapy. So it involves injecting mostly vitamins and minerals in the scalp to really nourish it and just, you know, just get right in there in the source of the problem. And like I said, this is all like building fertile soil for the hair. He said a lot of these things are going to translate into thicker hair. And I thought that was a great thing because of course I'm not getting any younger and my hair is thinning out, especially the hairs that are turning gray. I find they're thinner. Plus I have been bleaching my hair, not anymore after what happened, but the bleach also thins out the hair quite a bit. So they basically take me to another area where they injected this with very, very tiny needles all over. And I guess the obvious question is, does this hurt? I tell you, honestly, I know pain threshold varies from person to person, but it didn't hurt me at all. The needles that you see there are super tiny. And the other reason is that, well, indeed, the scalp is the thickest skin of the body. You kind of feel like they're doing something. It's not like your scalp is numb, but it is less than a mosquito bite, I'd say. And as women, most of us don't usually go bald unless you have alopecia or a medical condition that triggers massive hair loss. But on average, a woman that is healthy is just going to experience the thinning of the hair, and then the loss of the hair pattern, or the hairline is going to get a little bit further back, you know? And yeah, he told me that this is also going to help me with that additionally. Of course, those things have nothing to do with what happened at the salon, but there are additional benefits. What happened at the salon drove me to this clinic. I guess I'm going to get additional benefits out of this treatment that I probably needed and I didn't even know. And yes, I think this treatment is going to take a couple of months, and I'm going to go in every 2 weeks. And of course, I'm going to document everything and show you guys so that you can experience this with me. And oh, and also he injected in the area where I had the tiniest alopecia areata, a little bit of cortisone that's getting treatment as well. So I'm really happy. I feel once again like a lot of weight has been lifted off my shoulders because now I have like a medical professional guiding me through this that has guided other women through this, but this is not talked about enough. Like, we need to be very much open about alopecia areata, about salon hair burn-offs and all those things. I'm actually very inspired to share all these journey with you because this is the content I wish I had run into when my hair got burned off. Again, there's this weird connection that as women have with our hair. I guess we can, you know, further discuss in future videos, but because of that, I now have such a deeper, more empathetic connection, hair loss and how that feels. So aside from this, I'm doing a few other things to support hair growth at home that I'm also going to share with you in future videos. And of course, I want to show you kind of the after once my hair therapy treatment is completed, the before and after. But that is it for now. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will catch up with you all again on my next one.